Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting no-bake, super easy spring recipe. We are making banana pudding. The nice thing about this recipe is you can make your own whipped cream, you can buy store-bought whipped cream, you can make your own pudding, you can buy your pudding. It's up to you. It's totally customizable. As you can see, not very many ingredients. We got milk, we got pudding, we got powdered sugar, Nilla wafers, sweetened condensed milk, heavy cream, vanilla. Super easy. You know we got bananas too. You know that. You gotta have bananas in your banana pudding. Okay, first up, we're gonna make our pudding mix. We're actually gonna do 2 cups of milk for this instead of the normal 3. So add your pudding mix. And then you're gonna slowly add your milk and whisk it together really, really well. You don't want this to be lumpy. Luckily, it's super easy to make pudding. We're doing 2 cups of milk instead of the normal 3 because we're actually going to be adding sweetened condensed milk to this. Okay, you don't have to add the sweetened condensed milk, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think it's kind of necessary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I love sweetened condensed milk and like coffee and teas, but I would really recommend adding a whole 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. It just adds an extra layer of just creamy, sweet, decadent. It's really nice. You're just gonna whisk that all up, make it all nice and combined. And now we're gonna make whipped cream. Like I said, you could just buy some Cool Whip if you want to, it doesn't matter. I personally prefer to make my own whipped cream, but that's just me. I'm gonna use about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. You can chill the bowl for about 20 minutes before you do this. It'll help it whip up faster. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and then about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I like a lot of vanilla. I want my whipped cream to taste like vanilla. So you're just gonna whip that on high and make a big mess. It's probably gonna go everywhere. Probably use a bigger bowl than I did. As you can see, it's at stiff peaks, which is when it holds up on its own, and that's perfect. Put it in the fridge. Now we're gonna move on to our bananas. I'm using 6 ripe bananas. Make sure they're ripe. You can use them at any time, but I would recommend having like a couple little spots on them. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to use 6, but you can use as many or as little as you like. I will say that if you don't use enough, you're not going to get a lot of banana flavor, which is definitely the point. Look at those bananas. Aren't they lovely? Aren't they just so cute? All right, and that's it. So now we just assemble, which is not too bad. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You can do this any way you like. I'm gonna do my Nilla wafer or vanilla wafer cookies. They don't have to be name brand, doesn't matter. But I'm gonna do those on the bottom. And then I'm gonna put a layer of pudding on top. I put my pudding in the fridge while I was cutting up my bananas and it thickened up a ton. Adding the sweetened condensed milk thickens it up even more, especially because it has less milk in it, but it's worth it. It's perfectly fine. It'll be great. As you can see, I'm struggling, but try to kind of, try to I'll try to spread it out as good as you can. Just try to get a nice even layer. And now we're gonna go in on top of the pudding and start adding our bananas. I cut my bananas pretty bad. They're all kind of different shapes. It doesn't really matter. You can, I promise. All right, we're gonna do our first layer of whipped cream. Probably about half of your whipped cream. You can make as much whipped cream as you like. That's the nice thing about this. You could add more pudding, more bananas, more whipped cream, less, more. It's totally up to you. So I'm using half of my whipped cream for the middle layer. I'm gonna add another layer of our Nilla wafers. So, oh, did you see that? I flipped it perfectly into the pan. Are you impressed? I'm using the rest of my Nilla wafers, but I'm gonna keep 5 or 6 of them, and I'm gonna crush them up to put them on top. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I think it just looks really cute. It looks really cute, looks really aesthetic. I would recommend doing it, but you don't have to. And then we're gonna add the rest of our pudding on top. Ooh, so creamy. All right, so our final layer of bananas. 6 bananas worked out perfectly for me for the size dish that I'm using. Depending, you may want a couple more. The recipe I referenced had like 14 bananas in it, which is over double what I have here. So yeah, life is your oyster or something like that. You can do what you like. I'm not gonna judge. And then our final layer of whipped cream. I kind of wish I whipped up 2 cups of cream instead of a cup and a half, but it worked out fine. And then I'm going to add my crushed cookies on top. This was about 6 whole cookies that I crushed up. You can use like a rolling pin, you can use like the back of a spoon. These are really easy to crush, so. And that's it, but sorry to break it to you. You gotta put this in the fridge like 4 to 8 hours. At least 4 hours. The cookies will get really soft, soak up the pudding and banana flavor. Overnight is best. It's another one of those things, but it's worth it. I promise. Please let it chill in the fridge. And that's it. Look at all those layers. As you can see, the cookies get super soft and it's so good. So incredible. I hope you guys like this recipe. You guys have been sending me photos of you making the lemon bars and I love it. It's so wholesome and cute. So definitely send me photos of food that you make. Leave any requests or recommendations for the next pastry that I should make. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. It's been kind of weird transitioning into doing content like this instead of commentary. I hope you guys like the recipe videos, and yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you send me your photos of your food, and I hope you guys have a great day.